the screen. And Rokurou's name is hard to spell. Okay, so I'm going to set him up real fast.
Well, I guess moveset demonstrations, you should probably just get in a battle.
Yeah. Oh. And find a group of enemies.
Hey, your favorite enemies.
Yep.
And another battle tutorial.
Wow. You didn't have these.
Why'd you do it?
Oh, that was dumb. Oh well. Okay, so this is his... Let me go ahead and get all this moves set up real quick here. So, Rokurou has a lot of moves that have really uninspiring animation. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm not 100% set on a lot of the stuff this character has, but there are a couple of fairly nice things about this character and a couple of standouts. Some of his stuff does hit really fast. But let me just show you some. So he just has this pretty generic forward thrust, not a real big animation. Not super fast either, but you know, it's not completely awful. His second move here, just this real quick slide hit. And then his third move, one slash and then a retreat. And then he has this other one. Then he has this other one right here where he does these little series of side cuts and retreats. It's a pretty good move. He has a couple of moves. Arsenal. They basically all have similar effects, but just hit on different elements. Same with a lot of the like slash and retreat style moves like that. Let's look at his next set of moves here.
Yeah, Rokurou has, I think, 3 different variations of slash and retreat. They're just elemental variations of the exact same move.
Yeah, he just kind of does a stab forward and then just kind of moves back. This right here, I actually really like this move.
It's very similar to Velvet's move 3, just a very quick, solid starter.
Yeah.
It's not quite as quick as Velvet's, but it does about the same job.
Yeah, I like to use that as his opener on almost everything. Then there's this move. This is probably his most unique and biggest animation. The thing that you'll notice, that you'll be the most impressed with when you first play it. And the best thing about that move, you know, it doesn't hit quite as hard as some of his other big moves, but the way he's teleporting, he's basically unhittable while he's sort of blocking the enemy down.
Which is to say, even though Eleanor has the spear, Rokurou is wanting to be the Dragoon in this game.
Dragoons are awesome. And he has this other move that takes a bit longer to start up. He moves very similar to the slash and retreat down slower in his list of skills, but he moves further forward, and it hits on different elements. Then he has this slash... Oh. Oh, I must have hit something wrong there. Okay. So, yeah, that's where I was at. He has this slash and retreat move that moves a little bit further forward. And then the next move we're going to show is this.
You might want to start whiffing.
So, this has a fairly decent hitbox. Just a little explosion in front of him. But he has another move that accomplishes a similar role that hits even bigger, basically different elements. This move right here forms another spear in front of him, but this one he launches forward, and its hitbox is pretty solid, and I believe it hits multiple times as well. And then he has this one that's just a series of quick slashes in front of him.
Is that the last move?
In that.
Or does he have one more? And before you leave the menu, could you have someone throw a peach gel at Eleanor? She is at 79.
Just switch characters.
I could, but we're gonna need her anyway.
So, the last move, I'm gonna show this off over here real quick. So he forms all these spheres. They all do relatively low damage, but it hits a ton of times. I like kind of hitting stuff with it, and you see the range on it right there.
Now, strategically, you did kind of notice, even though he has some retreats and jumps in that, fundamentally, Rokurou goes in and tries to do physical combos. The way his stats are built, he's not quite as strong as Velvet or Eleanor, but he's really defensive. So, he's your kind of go in there, tank stuff, and try to maul them. I think that's his idea. You know, just based around the survivability aspect of rushing them down.
Yeah. And I want an entire button dedicated to, I believe it's this one. Honestly, I'm probably just going to set a couple of these like this. And I just like beginning all of his combos with that move, pretty much. And a lot of these three little pokes here I find kind of uninspiring. I kind of go for a lot of the stuff later on his list. And I don't have just a dead set bread and butter that I always go with for him, so...
I mean, there's basically, as far as I can tell, two main combo ideas with Rokurou. Either you're going into the retreating moves, into the poke sphere, or you just want to do the rapid jumps at them as much as possible.
And you see, I really like this move a lot. And obviously just teleporting around, and then... was that you?
That was Magaloo. I'm not Magaloo, I'm Eleanor.
Okay.
Eleanor cannot do that.
But yeah, then there's this move right here that I just love to stand. Such a good poke.
And remember, so many Rokurou's moves retreat, so it's also kind of a natural target of his combos. And you can probably talk about Rokurou's blast.
Yeah, so...
Or burst.
The best thing about Rokurou's burst is the way that you can use it while you're out of shield. So if you have something that's hitting you...
So to mention what it actually does, Rokurou's burst is a counter.
It's a counter that heals him a fairly decent amount, and then he flies under the enemy and kind of knocks him down. And obviously it's also a combo thing, just like everything else. And you can use it. This will be a good move to show it off too. Okay. It looked like he was doing...
I'm sorry, I interrupted the spell because I was...
Okay.
I realized what you were thinking as soon as I hit the X button.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him to do it again here. I'm gonna attack this other one for a second. Okay. Cast on me, big guy. Well, I'm failing to show it, but... Okay, here we go. So, you can do that out of shield. So if you're sitting there blocking a big spell like that, you can just, the second the spell starts to hit you while you're guarding, you just hit R2, and you get a free counter. You don't even have to let go of guard. And that's really the best thing about his burst. Okay, and then I'll run into another fight, and you can talk about,
You should throw healing items. Rokurou was not wrecking the enemies as hard as some of the others. Hitting got happened. Got happened. Whatever.
Got did. Done good.
Okay.